Hey, good morning. How are you? It's the continuation of morning's LALATE. Your $1,400 third stimulus check will land by direct deposit today, March 23rd, tomorrow, March 24th, and the day after, March 25th. There will be no other direct deposit of the $1,400 third stimulus check after this week. If you don't get it this week, it's in the mail, and that includes people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and Railroad benefits. I'll have all those big updates as Morning to LA continues. Meantime, you're going to see live video as we jump into the live video happening right now from the House Banking Committee as the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell testifies before it. You'll also see live video from the White House happening right now as the press briefing room gives the latest update about the virus and the forced stimulus. And I'll have more details, of course, about the landing of your stimulus check. 2 live videos. In addition to mine, 3 live videos. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get ready. The toast is toasting. The butter is buttering. And Morning to LA continues right now. It's a big morning with a lot of exciting details across the board. As not one, not two, but several videos are going live in addition to me. How are you? Are you excited? I'm excited. As a $1,400 third stimulus check will be landing your bank account, the White House is live. I'll have that feed for you as well. And the Banking Committee is about to hear more comments. Let's listen into that shortly, but let me give you the big update where we are with your stimulus check. Also, I'll be jumping into the live chat with you as well. $1,400 third stimulus checks are coming by direct deposit this week. That's it. They are not coming several weeks from now. That website from that bank is wrong. They're not coming several months from now. That voicemail recording from that other bank is wrong. It's this week, says IRS, and that's it. That's the official statement from the people sending out the stimulus check, the IRS. The IRS's official statement yesterday confirmed the reporting of this channel this weekend. One round started on the day after the bill became law. It landed starting around March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Second wave of stimulus checks went out last Friday, IRS confirms, and the effective date is March 24th of that stimulus check, tomorrow. They will land today, tomorrow, and the 25th, and that's it. If you do not get it by direct deposit this week, it's not coming any other time. It's coming in the mail. That's the official and most updated word by the person sending out the stimulus check, not the person receiving the stimulus check. Remember, you want to rely upon the person who's actually paying you the money. The person paying you the money knows when they sent you the money, and that's the IRS. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe because, boy, we have a lot of news breaking today. We got 1 feed, 2 feed. I'll be live into the chat. I have a feeling this video might go a little bit longer, so we'll see. We might be a little bit off a programming schedule because there's so much things happening. Also, if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member and like this video. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. Let's jump into that live video right now from the House Banking Committee as it hears comments from the Federal Reserve. Let's listen in and hear what's going on right now.
To our renters. In addition to that, for the state of California to say that they're going to pay 80% of the rental assistance rather than 100% bothers me somewhat, and I don't know what other states are doing. And I know that the federal government does guidance, so I'd like to know if you can think about any role that we can play to help straighten out confusion and to help stabilize this rental assistance.
Congresswoman, we did distribute frequently asked questions revised from the previous administrations to try to provide additional guidance. But if you have concerns, my staff will be glad to work with you in your office to see if it's possible to address them.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that because there is confusion out there, and I'm worried about
If you're just tuning in, the people you're watching is Maxine Waters, Democrat, Representative, California, here from Los Angeles, very well loved here in the Los Angeles community. I adore her. And she's speaking to Janet Yellen, your Treasury Secretary. Her concern was that the third stimulus is rolled out and immediately states are not paying the amount of money they're supposed to pay. The goalposts are moving. So her comment to Janet Yellen was, why are they not paying the amount of money needed? Here's Ranking Member
I previously
Patrick
asked about the question of the independence of the Fed and trying to get the Secretary of the Treasury to opine about that. Dr. Yellen, I would suggest that maybe I need to skip that question with you. I think you have very practical understanding and knowledge here at play. And you'll treat your successor as you wish to have been treated when you're sitting in since he is now sitting in your chair.
You can be sure of that.
Yes. Well, look, it's nice to have two folks that understand this in these respective seats. But Chairman Powell, I want to begin with you and talk about inflation. There's continues to be a great deal of speculation. Should be worried about inflationary pressures, particularly after the passage of the dollar spending bill, the so-called stimulus or COVID stimulus bill. And then we see recent press reports of an additional $3
You're watching a live feed from the House floor
spending
to Jerome Powell asking about inflation and the third stimulus package.
Does the Fed share that there are inflationary pressures and concerns with this rate of spending? What's the view now?
Thanks. So let me start by saying that we're strongly committed to our price stability mandate, which is, along with our maximum employment mandate, those are the two mandates that you've essentially given us. So, and that we construe that as inflation that is 2% over time, inflation that averages 2% over time. We do expect that inflation will move up over the course of this year, first because of what we call base effects. The very low readings of March and April of last year drop out of the 12-month calculation, and mechanically it rises, but that goes away quite quickly. Possibly after that, we'll see a situation in which as the economy reopens and vaccination continues, there could be a surge in spending and there could be some bottlenecks in the economy. We see some of that now. We might see some upward pressure on prices. Our best view is that the effect on inflation will be neither particularly large nor persistent. And part of that just is that we've been living in a world of strong disinflationary pressures around the world, really, for a quarter of a century. And we don't think that a one-time surge in spending leading to temporary price increases would disrupt that. However, we have the tools to deal with that. We remain strongly committed.
Great message from Jerome Powell, in which he basically says that the situation is not a one to worry about, but that stimulus is going to continue. Let me recap what you've been watching. If you're just tuning in, you were watching an actual live feed, not just from me, but a live feed from the House floor. The first person you saw was Janet Yellen, your Treasury Secretary under Joe Biden. She was asked whether states are not implementing third stimulus the way they're supposed to. The question came from Maxine Waters, and Janet Yellen says, I'll look into it. Maxine Waters' comment was that in the state of California, they're not paying the amount of rent they're supposed to be paying. Wow. Time to roll your eyes. Number two came from another representative to Jerome Powell. What about inflation? And Jerome Powell's comment was, we've been in a non-inflationary environment for 25 years. Do not worry if there's a slight pop in this economy, even though we don't have it yet. We don't think that inflation is a concern. We're going to continue to support the economy, and that support, stimulus, will continue into next year. Now let me cut back to your $1,400 third stimulus check. If you're just joining me, these are the latest updates. The IRS gave guidance yesterday, which confirmed all the exclusive reporting of this channel this weekend. The IRS's guidance is the single most important authority you should refer to. You should not refer to your bank. You should not refer to your card. You should not refer to a website. You should not refer to a teller or a call center. The IRS is the person sending your stimulus check. They know what's going on with the check. Their guidance is the following: that the $1,400 third stimulus check for everyone, including SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits, was sent out in one wave initially. That first wave was the day after the bill became law. The effective date of the first wave was March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Some viewers got it on that first day by SSI. Some got it the next March 17th. Some got the 18th and 19th. IRS confirmed Monday, yesterday, that a second wave of direct deposits were sent out last Friday. They seem to suggest in their phrasing of their wording that this is the final wave of direct deposits to all American citizens of the $1,400 third stimulus check. Yes, this is you. So if you were expecting direct deposit of your $1,400 third stimulus check, for every bank, for every person, for every viewer, this is you. This wave will likely be the final wave IRS is suggesting. And that, if you don't get it by direct deposit today, the 23rd, tomorrow, the 24th, the day after the 25th, or anytime this week, it's coming instead in the mail. This is a very important message to deliver. At the end of the video right before this, I saw some of the questions and comments, and people were saying, but why? IRS was asked that question last year. They don't have an answer for it. Then people ask, which people get the mail and which get the direct? IRS has no information about that either. But this time, for the first time ever, when asked how many are getting the paper versus the direct deposit, I have information about that for you, and IRS confirms my information as well. My information to you is that viewers who were tracking it on irs.gov showed nearly 50% of those who had expected direct deposit because they got the first one or the second one by direct deposit show it's not coming by direct deposit, it's coming by paper check. And IRS yesterday said that was their word, a large number of you will not receive it by direct deposit as anticipated. It will come by paper check. Understand a couple other things. One, it will not show pending. It will most likely never show pending status. It will just be available. Why? Because it's money from the federal government. There's no question that it's going to bounce. Number two, they've had the funds since last Friday, so they've had the opportunity to clear the funds when they release them to you. Number three, the amount is not of a significant amount. It's not $20,000 or $30,000 that some banks put holds on. It's $1,400, which is generally under the $5,000 threshold of where they hold funds. So you will likely just see the amount penned. Next, you may not get any type of alert from your bank. Your bank teller, phone call, data center, call rep may not know what went on with IRS because this is breaking news. This is breaking news that happened yesterday. And there we are. Let me jump into the live chat right now and interact with some of the viewers and answer some of your questions. If you got your stimulus check, tell me what day you got it and when you got it. If you haven't gotten your stimulus check, tell me you haven't gotten who you bank with. Or if you've gone to IRS Track Your Stimulus tool, tell me anything else you've learned from that as well. Let me see some of the questions and comments. Bernadette, I have Direct Express. But am I getting it mailed this time? Do you know if my dependents will be in that check or in a separate check? Wow, this is a great question from Bernadette to kick it off. So Bernadette's asking, if it comes in a mail check, will it also include the dependent's check? The answer is if they do it the correct way. That is the way it's supposed to be done. That if you have dependents, you will get one check. For example, husband and wife, 2 kids, joint filers, husband and wife, and the husband's name is first on the tax return. One check to the husband in the amount of 4 times $1,400 to the mail. That's how it would be mailed. Great question. Let me answer some of the other. Ooh, the comments are flying. There is Donna. For me, it's the 24th, and I'm on SSDI and I bank with Chase. Thank you, Donna. That really helpful information. There's Donna. She's with Chase and she has learned it's the 24th. I have a lot of viewers from Chase, Wells, and a few other banks like Direct Express that have the 24th as their date. Let me see some other comments. San C. SANC says, IRS tool says it will be deposited into my account on March 24th, WF. Congratulations. So SANC has that update. Thank you for that appreciation. Thank you, Pamela, for the super chat. There is Lynn. I got my first and second by direct deposit. Now I'm waiting for the third. I'm with Chase. So here's an example of how one viewer can help another viewer. Lynn can get guidance now from the prior viewer who got the alert that it's coming the 24th from Chase. Claire, right above Lynn, actually is also Chase, SSI Chase. Here's what you want to know. This is how the channel's viewers help each other. I mean, these channel, the viewers of this channel are absolutely family to one another. Let me show you how this works. On Saturday, I think his name was Ira or Ian. On Saturday, a viewer said, I heard from Chase there's going to be a big drop on March 24th. That same day, I had another viewer say there's going to be a big drop. I heard from Wells there's a big drop on March 24th. That's how I knew this before IRS said it. Now, just in the chat, right here, we had one viewer said, I have an alert. It's March 24th. I'm with Chase. But then we had Lynn and Claire, both with Chase, and they do not have any information from Chase. Here's how one viewer's information, or actually in this case, two viewers' information about Chase, help two other viewers who have not gotten information from Chase. You know that March 24th is the big drop from Chase. You now know it. So for Lynn and Claire who have no alerts or updates directly from their bank, you know from other viewers who bank also at Chase, who are also on SSI, do have alerts. It's March 24th for them. Meaning, if you're Chase, watch March 24th. Watch March 25th. It won't be the day before. I'll tell you that why in a second. 24 or 25. If it's not in the bank this week from Chase, it's coming in the mail. You sort of know that's the way it's happening. If you see other people from Chase who are getting it the 24th and you don't get it the 24th or 25th, you know it's in the mail. That's how one community of viewers help one another. Let me jump more into some of the other comments. Those are great comments as well. Let's see. Anne, so mine went to NetSpend. Thank you. I've had a lot of viewers get on NetSpend, and then I've also had some viewers not receive anything from NetSpend. Comments are flying. There is Matt622. Here's with Chase as well. Matt is also with Chase. I called the bank and was told my wife, my $1,400 was a direct deposit on that specific day. On the 17th, after midnight, it went in. Wow. So that's great. I mean, Mac was able to get someone on the phone that actually helped him. Wonderful, great news. There's Robin. IRS says, the tool says a direct deposit on the 24th, but I have no checking account, so I don't know what to know. That's really strange. I don't have any answer about that one. There's Anne. Well, Anne's comment is very interesting. Anne Katie. I have Direct Express March 17th, but mine went to NetSpend. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see some more of the comments. Charles, got mine by direct deposit on the 17th, Metro Credit Union, Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you for your comment. Cheryl Johnson, I get SSI. They said the 24th. I get it on the 9th, but I got it on the 19th, green dot. So that's an example. Was told it's the 24th, but got it on the 19th. So thank you. So that shows a bank that decided to release the funds ahead of time. Very, very helpful comment. Thank you for your great comment. Let's jump into some more of the other comments here. Let's see. Nothing yet pending for me, Arlene. So don't worry, because even if nothing is pending, it may still post. What's important to understand is that if you're just joining me in this live chat, let me tell you what's going on. First, $1,400 third stimulus checks will land in bank accounts with an effective date of March 24th. Some banks, as you just heard with one viewer, Green Dot, have elected to release the funds before the 24th. Those generally are the smaller banks. The big banks, Chase, Wells, Bank of America, are likely to release the funds on the 24th, not a day ahead of time. Why? Because they did that on the 17th. Number two, This includes everyone on SSI and SSDI. Number three, you could still see the funds on the 25th, but if you don't see the funds by the end of this week by direct deposit, even if you're on SSI and SSDI, even if you got prior direct deposits, it will be coming in the mail. When in the mail? It could be there today. It could be there tomorrow. The mail delivery was last Monday, not yesterday, but the week before. And viewers have gotten that mail delivery since last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So that's why things are happening very quickly. Let's jump more back into that live chat. Oh, the White House is going live. Let me jump into a live video right now of the White House. Let's tune in and hear what the president's saying right now.
From the moment the act came, Officer Tully did not hesitate in his duty, making the ultimate sacrifice in his effort to save lives.
You're watching a
That's
live
the
feed from the
definition
White
of an
House right
American
now.
hero. And thirdly, I want to be very clear. This is the one thing I do know enough to say on in terms of what's happened there. While we're still waiting for more information regarding the shooter, his motive, the weapons he used, the guns, the magazines, the weapons, the modifications that apparently have taken place to those weapons that are involved here, I don't need to wait another minute, let alone an hour, to take common sense steps that will save the lives in the future and to urge my colleagues in the House and Senate to act. We can ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines in this country once again. I got that done when I was a senator. It passed. It was law for the longest time. And it brought down these mass killings. We should do it again. We can close the loopholes in our background check system, including the Charleston loophole. That's one of the best tools we have right now to prevent gun violence. The Senate should immediately pass, let me say it again, the United States Senate, I hope some are listening, should immediately pass the 2 House-passed bills that close loopholes in the background check system. These are bills that receive votes of both Republicans and Democrats in the House. This is not and should not be a partisan issue.
You've been watching a live feed from the White House. The president speaking right now. He's addressing gun violence and background checks. Also a live feed underway currently right now is the stimulus talks from the House Banking Committee. The House Oversight Committee for Treasury and Federal Reserve is currently interviewing Jerome Powell and also Janet Yellen. Jerome Powell's message earlier during this live feed was, we're not out of this pandemic. And guess what? I'm going to continue to provide stimulus until we are. Labor numbers are not good. Unemployment numbers are not good. Let's listen in a little bit more to Janet Yellen right now.
Work with this committee and the oversight groups.
Thank you,
very much.
Secretary Yellen, and congratulations on your new chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
I now recognize Ms. Maloney for 5 minutes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chair Waters, for having this, and welcome Chairman Powell and Secretary Yellen. And as the first female secretary,
We'll watch more about that in a second. But let's cut back into more of your incredible comments from the viewers of this channel asking about your $1,400 third stimulus check. Let me tell you the big updates first, where we are. $1,400 third stimulus checks will be landing in bank accounts tomorrow and today, and then the day after. The stimulus checks were sent out in another wave, a second wave of direct deposit last Friday. This is ostensibly the final wave. The effective date of the deposit, the 24th. When are the funds available? The big banks generally make them available on the 24th or the 25th. They don't make them available the day before. The smaller banks like Green Dot, Cash App, Chime, Bancorp sometimes make the funds available the day before. That could be today. That could also be tomorrow. Then, if you don't see a stimulus check arrive by direct deposit this week, it will be in the mail. When will it be in the mail? It may already be in the mail. Viewers checks in the mail, and they'll continue to get them in the mail. But this is where the language of IRS is not particularly clear. When date would you get in the mail? IRS says if you don't get it by direct deposit this week, it's coming in the mail over the next few weeks, which seems to sound like there will be multiple waves of mailed checks. Not particularly clear. There is Joanne, Wells Fargo, nothing showing. So what I want you to understand is you will not see it showing. You will not show it likely showing. Let me explain this because this is hard for viewers to understand. You will likely not show a pending deposit pending. How you know that it's even coming? If you see it on the IRS tool, or you get lucky with a call center operator from your bank that says it's coming. In the very rare circumstances, you get an alert that says from your bank it's coming. But almost all the time, you will not get an alert that it's coming. It will just appear. Understand, this is very important. I don't want people to think it's not coming because they didn't get an alert. No, it's either coming or not coming. Most of the times, it will just appear in the balance of the account without any prior alert. If it does not appear, then it means it's coming by paper check. Great question. Let me jump back into some more of the live questions right now. Let's see. Nothing pending. I'm on Wood Forest. So stay alert because Wood Forest has paid some viewers checks and some have not. Thank you for that comment from Santa Abulas. Crystal, I've always gotten the first two on my card. So will the third one get on my card? I'm confused. Hopefully I'm making this clear. So let me say it again. If you got the first stimulus check by direct deposit and you got the second one by direct deposit, get ready. It may not come by direct deposit. It may come in the mail. And I've been saying this since December, and it always surprises people. And then they say, but why? IRS doesn't say, well, why not? But I set it up this way. It may come in the mail. Your stimulus check will either appear by direct deposit this week or not appear at all. It will be coming in the mail. Two scenarios, very simple scenarios. Either by direct deposit this week or in the mail. There is no other scenario at hand. When in the mail, that remains a little bit more of a confusing factor, whether it's in the mail now or you get it this week or you get it the week after. But the direct deposit window is only this week, and that is it. That includes people who are expecting it by direct deposit. Let me jump in more into some of the other comments. Thank you for a great question about that. Matt says, set up the alerts on your account. I got an alert for my prior stimulus checks. That's great news. All banks have an alert system where you can get an alert by a text or an alert by email. So that is a great advice. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Jenny says, my first and second just showed up. Yes, you will likely not get an alert that it's coming. It'll just appear. Let me see some more of the comments. Thank you for your updated information, Michelle. I appreciate that. Last week you said direct deposit was the only wave. I did say that last week because that was what IRS's guidance was, that it was only one wave. And then IRS decided to do a second wave, and that last second wave was on Friday. And on Saturday I announced that there was a second wave. Now, this is what IRS's current guidance is. IRS may change it again. IRS has now indicated this is the last wave for direct deposit. IRS may change it again, but this is their current guidance. That's why things change, and as soon as they are announced different, then I announce them to you as well. There's Bonnie. Hello, Bonnie. How are you? There's Beverly. Hi, Beverly. How's it going? I get email alerts. I get alerts by email. Says Danny Terry. Very well. Very great information. No status means what? Says Carolyn. If you have no status alert on direct deposit, if you have no status alert from the IRS tool, it may mean that they can't recognize your bank account. And that inability to recognize the bank account may be the result of the impact of not recognizing the address. And there we are. Janet Yellen continues to talk to the banking committee. I'll have more about that in the video after this. The president just finished his remarks, but Janet Yellen and Jerome Powell continue to talk. Their comments so far have been the following: that we're far out of the stimulus package. This is a Congressman, Representative Ann Wagner from Missouri, asking questions to Janet Yellen. The comment so far is that stimulus is far from over and that we need to continue to support this economy. Earlier today, I told you that the fourth stimulus package is going to get bifurcated into two bills. Really exciting news. But let me give you the big recap where we are as we go into the continuation of Mornings LALATE. The big news is, boy, left and right. First, the President of the United States just addressed the American people in a live feed that you saw on this channel. In the Oval Office, the President of the United States called for the Senate and the House to call for a vote, a background checks amendment to the current gun legislation. Number two, the Federal Reserve chair said that long-term inflation remains not a concern. You may see pops in this economy, but he thinks that the inflationary environment of this country has been non-inflationary for 25 years, and that will not change, that employment numbers are not good, and that job creation numbers are not good, so we need more stimulus. Also, you saw Janet Yellen, Treasury Secretary, testify, and I'll have more about her live video in the next video as we continue that live feed, in which she said that she will look into Maxine Waters' concerns that the state of California is not paying out third stimulus for rent the way they're supposed to. Here we go, moving goalposts. And finally, $1,400 third stimulus checks. The big update is that they're landing in direct deposits March 24th for the big banks, Chase, Wells, and similar. Other banks like Green Dot have released the funds in advance of the 24th. Some may release it on the 25th. You will likely not get an alert before it appears. It will just appear. You will not show pending. You will not show coming. You will not show anything. The most up-to-date information is IRS. They're the ones sending the check. The most non-up-to-date information are banks that have ridiculous things posted that says the funds will be available by direct deposit in a couple of weeks. No, there is no other wave of stimulus checks coming by direct deposit in a couple of weeks. This is the wave, and it's arriving the 24th in bank accounts. If you don't get the stimulus checks by direct deposit this week, it will be in the mail. Even people who expected it to come by direct deposit, and it will be a large, according to IRS, a large percentage of those expecting direct deposits will get it in the mail. I'll be getting to the live chat with you at the top of the hour as the live broadcasts continue. Boy, there's a lot of details happening. So I really appreciate you for joining me, and thank you for your great questions and comments in this video as well. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. You see how when there's a live video of the White House, the President, or the Senate, or the Federal Reserve, I break into the details and show it to you when it happens. You don't want to miss a single minute of breaking news across the board. Also, like this video. It really helps. Let's see if we can do 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 likes. And if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. Stay informed, stay focused. Thank you for your great questions and comments, and bring them as I continue with you throughout the day, as I expect more deposits and more mail checks to show up today as well. Stay informed, stay focused, keep on smiling, and stay of LALATE for more.